It's important to know that as an administrator, you can view data in multi-level reports by class, school, district, and then after the window closes for the KRAR, then you will have the individual student reports. For the early learning assessment, only teachers have access to an individual student report. If you want to know more about that, I would talk to the teachers or reach out to us and we can help you with that. Now, teachers always have immediate access to the data because they are the ones who are assessing the students on each item for the KRAR or for each SKB on the ELA. And as the teachers are doing that, they have the raw data or the points earned on each item or all of the items within a domain. And from there, the teachers can use that in combination with other data that they have locally, and they can make decisions about intentional instructional groupings. They can also learn more about what skills individual children have, and then maybe the strengths or the areas that a child needs more support in. And those reports that are available to teachers are in their K-Ready accounts, and they can use those to support data analysis and adjust the classroom environment or instruction. As an administrator, you engage with teachers and families in data discussions or school improvement meetings. Or if you're in a preschool program, you might be working through the Step Up to Quality, child screening and assessment subdomain of using child assessment results. You might be looking for overall strengths. You might be looking for skills that you want your students to work on, and then you can help support those conversations with your teachers. As Carissa mentioned, the data displays for the ELA are open already, but for the KRAR, you won't see those until the window closes. But those data displays, you can sort and filter, and we'll show you those in another upcoming webinar. But the reports that you can generate within the window, that's what we're going to look at now, because you can support your teachers in planning supported targeted intervention and even in differentiating the curriculum for the year. So I'd like to talk about the ELA for just a moment. The early learning assessment has a lot of skills, knowledge, and behaviors in the full tool. Remember I said the ELA has 7 domains of learning, but for what's required is 4 domains. And so this chart shows the pandemic minimum requirement. This is what we have determined to be feasible and most critical to be assessing in our preschool children. That doesn't mean that you're not going to do any of the other skills in preschool, but this is what you would have to report for any of your preschool special education or ECE funded children. So on this chart, you see there are 4 domains: social foundation, language and literacy, mathematics, and physical well-being and motor development. And then in the bold, you'll notice there are 10 learning progressions. These are the same 10 learning progressions that have always been required of the assessment. But for this school year, we are only focusing on, as a requirement for reporting, is 10 skills, knowledges, and behaviors. And those SKBs are italicized on this chart. We have been sharing this chart with all of the teachers who have been attending and completing the early learning assessment training. So we're sharing this with you now. We also have other resources on our webpage with more details. For the early learning assessment, district data managers and administrators can generate that SKB report that Carissa showed you. And when you generate that, it actually will have all 72 SKBs on it right now. That's the way that the report is set up. So if you wanted a custom report, you would pull that file and you could filter out what you don't necessarily need to look at for your analysis.